Hey everyone, my name is Angela. I'm here with Honey and Hustle, and today our guest is the Elana Walker.
Elana Walker?
The Elana Walker. Elana Walker events.
Okay.
And she's also the creator of Southern Noir Weddings here in Durham and all around the Southeast.
Yeah.
And she is an amazing event planner, amazing wedding professional, and someone that I think has a lot of experience creating such a memorable client experience for her couples. So can you tell me a little bit more about how Elana Walker Events got started?
Sure.
And Southern Noir Weddings and everything that is.
How I got to where I am now. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, 10 years ago, I was a newly single mother. I was working a dead-end job that I had basically hit the ceiling, and there was no growth. And I was definitely feeling like this is not it. This is not what I want. And so I just kind of thought back to what I really enjoyed doing in life, which was throwing parties in college, Like, that was fun. So I needed to, so it was my son's third birthday, and I wanted to do this like Spider-Man birthday party for him. Like, I auditioned Spider-Man. They had a whole script. I had a tight budget. Like, it was about making this thing happen. And I did. And I loved it. He loved it. Everybody loved it. And I was on Craigslist inquiring about a Spider-Man. And so someone reached back out to me and said, hey, did you ever find a Spider-Man? And I took that opportunity and I said, yeah. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing these parties. Would you like for me to do one for your son or your child? So that was my very, very, very first event, was doing another Spider-Man party for another, another child. And it was great. But then I realized, okay, there's not a lot of money in that at that time. So I said, okay, well, what else could I do? And so I looked into weddings. I looked into how much we could, I could make with that. And I just dove into it. I got my certification, learned the proper way to plan weddings, learned as much as I could. And then I got out there. My first wedding was an old classmate who was stationed in Afghanistan. And I planned her wedding while she was there. We executed it. It was great. And things just really took off from there. Period, point blank. They just took off from there. Eventually, as I'm in the wedding industry and I'm seeing, the different vendors in the wedding industry, I'm noticing that there is not a camaraderie among the Black wedding professionals. So that's where Southern Noir came from, is that it started out being a networking event. Where we would get together like every other month or something like that. And, we'd have different topics and have a speaker come in and we'd have dinner or lunch or whatever. It grew into a blog. It grew into bridal shows. It grew into so much more. And I'm really, really happy with the evolution of it. We've since let go of the blog because we just didn't really feel like it was really serving the purpose that it needed to with the age of Instagram. I feel like Instagram is what really, where wedding professionals really want to push their features versus a blog. Because with a blog comes a ton of questions and, they don't want to, take the time to answer those questions. You get that instant gratification from Instagram. So we let go of that. But we're still doing the bridal show. We just completed our third bridal show in February.
I was there.
In February, and we were at the Durham Convention Center.
That's great.
And it was great. It was absolutely great. We have a runway show, a fashion show that happens throughout. We do lots of giveaways. 360 Elite Entertainment is typically our DJ sponsor, and our MC is Miranda Calloway. Through the years, I've just learned how to make it better and better and better and better and better. So I'm definitely looking forward to the future of the bridal shows and the future of what's to come with Southern Noir.
Yeah. Hearing you talk about that, it feels like a lifetime ago, but that was just a few months ago.
It was literally just a few months ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. So one thing I will say about the bridal show that I really enjoyed was the piece that I came from, which was the fashion show.
Yeah.
And brides flock to that. They love that. They love seeing the custom suits.
Yeah.
Like the previous brides' faces on them. They're like, I want that.
Yeah.
I want that for me.
Yeah.
And that's always a good feeling when people come somewhere and they see it, feel like, yes, I can see myself.
I can see myself. I can see myself, you know. Unfortunately, this all came about because, you know, the whole movement, you know, Monolucci and Black Bride, and, you know, this all came about because for so long we didn't see ourselves, you know, in the bridal magazines and at the fashion shows and at the bridal shows. We were not properly represented. So when we noticed that we weren't properly represented, we started our own thing, you know? And now I feel like the Black Bride is finally getting its recognition throughout, which is great, which is what we wanted. My main focus is brides getting married in the South, because I feel like the South has a completely different culture. You know, weddings that happen in New Orleans are different from weddings that happen in Virginia, and that are different from Texas. And, you know, there's so many different cultures, Black cultures, in the Southeast. Memphis has its own culture. You know, the beach, you know, weddings have their own culture. So I just really want to highlight and promote and, you know, really put that to the forefront, how amazing it is to get married in the Southeast.
Yeah, I think there's so much diversity, and diversity is such a strength in the wedding industry, being able to recognize and appreciate and elevate and compliment all these different types of environments that a bride or a couple or wedding can be held in. I think that's so awesome.
Right.
That Southern Noir has expanded to encompass all of that.
Yeah.
Right. So what is one thing that you've taken from all of your experiences to create what is known as an Elana Walker event for a bride?
So, you know, we specialize in luxury weddings, and luxury is about an experience, okay? And the experience starts from the moment that you pick up the phone and you say, "Hi, I received your inquiry." So from that moment forward, we really try to make our potential couples feel valued, heard, wanted. We want them. We want their business. We want to make their special day happen. And then moving forward into the planning process, you know, anticipating their needs, and really crafting a day that is about them and not about what they have seen in a magazine, what they've seen on Instagram, what they saw at their friend's wedding. They can say, "Oh, you know, when I was at my friend's wedding, I really liked this." My response to that is, "Great, let's twist it and transition it to be something that is about you, that represents you two as a couple." I think that that's what weddings and events are about, is representing the people that are hosting the event. I love to dive into who my couples are and try and infuse that into their wedding. So I had this couple, and, you know, I already, you know, talked to them about, hey, you know, what's this thing that you guys have in common that we can infuse into your wedding? And they couldn't think of anything. So I began asking questions right here on this couch. Began asking questions. How did you meet? Well, we met in high school chemistry class. Oh, here we go. We're going to do a chemistry thing wedding. We're going to have your seating chart as a table of contents, and the table will be named after the different elements. The wedding favors will be little test tubes with M&Ms in them. You know, just little cute things like that, because if all of their family knows they met in chemistry class, then when they come to the wedding, they're going to get it. They're going to understand, you know. If they know that the couple is really into wine tasting, then we infuse that into the wedding. Maybe the wedding favors are wine bottles. Maybe each table is named after their favorite wines, you know, things like that. So, and then of course, on the day of, just making sure that they have everything that they need, that they don't want for anything, that they are able to be fully present in the day and not have to worry about anything. anything, getting their food, getting their drinks, anything. They just need to be in the moment, and we need to hold their lip gloss. We need to make sure that he has a drink in his hand. We need to make sure that the guests are not bothering them so that they can eat something and then they go out and greet their guests and stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what you're talking about is really a tailored client experience.
That's correct.
But it's also something that's repeatable to every single client that you have. So what advice would you give to someone who is either one in the event industry also, or two who's not in the event industry but is a service-based professional in creating a client experience that is tailored to every person they talk to, that's repeatable, and that is memorable?
So I definitely think you have to sit down and develop an experience, and determine what that experience is. When you develop that experience that's signature to your company, whether that is, when they book, you send them a care package or whatever that is, that's the first step. The second step is tailoring it to who that couple is. If you know that you're working with medical professionals, then you have to adjust your catering to fit the fact that their schedule may be a little different, or that just their interests may be a little different. So I think that you have to, really take the time and develop, on the outside before you get into it, develop an experience for them. And that experience has to be signature to you. Okay, you can't go stealing somebody else's experience. That doesn't make sense. It's something that you're gonna have to continue to do, and it has to be second nature. And then once you do that, make sure to tailor it to the couple, or to the couple, to the client, to the whomever. Yeah.
I think that's like some great advice, not only for me, but for people watching this. I hope that they take something from that. And I appreciate you coming and talking with us today. Is there any way that people can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Elana Walker Events, Facebook and Instagram, and then of course Southern Noir Weddings, and that's Noir is Noir. So it's definitely two N's on Southern Noir, and that is on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, I have a personal Facebook page. I'm always accepting new friends.
So go add her on Facebook.
You just have to send me, DM me and say, hey, I saw you here. I want to be your friend. And then I'm like, okay, we can be friends.
So it's not weird if they say, yeah, I saw you on YouTube.
No.
Okay. I think that's questionable.
Yeah, I think, I like when people reach out and they're like, hey, I saw you here. I'm looking forward to, following you or getting to know you or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I'm all about community over competition. It's always easy to reach out to me, ask me any questions about business, about weddings, whatever. Because I'm an open book, and I'm not a person that meets strangers. So it is okay if they saw me on YouTube and they sent me a message. They just, it just needs to be professional in nature.
I understand. I agree. Well, thank you again for speaking with me today.
Thank you.
Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys in the next video.